But having said that, getting that one reaction from that kid, which is actually written in the script, but you don't know how, and you can't really expect anything from a 1.5 year old or a 6 month old kid, right? So that was a difficult part, and
I think बच्चे हमसे ज़्यादा परेशान हो रहे थे because they didn't know where they are, what they are doing. So, but the environment was so nice and positive that I think everything just went on very smooth. So they met us all separately and then they met us all together to do like a vibe check to see कि अरे कोई खड़ूस hoity-toity इंसान तो नहीं है जो आके हमारे सेट को बर्बाद कर देगा. When they are not parents, जब इंसान माँ और बाप बन जाते हैं, उन लोगों को लगता है कि उनकी individuality चली गई. You know, and अभी वो है ही नहीं जो वो थे पहले. And then when I went on set, it was supposed to start with छत पे सोया था बहनोई, and I told Karan sir, like Karan sir, ईला अरुण जी की आवाज अगर मैंने उनका पार्ट नहीं गाया तो बहुत ही गलत हो जाएगा. So he's like, what do you want to sing? I said I want to go lamba lamba ghungat. He's like, okay, do whatever you want.
Hi Anjali, hi Priya, welcome to Filmibeat.
Hello, how are you?
how are you? Thank you.
I'm good. How have you guys been?
Good.
Great.
Excited.
Right. So, of course, firstly, let me start by asking this. कि रात जवां है का सबसे मुझे जो लगा है शायद से मैंने वरुण को भी ये बात पूछी. How difficult was it to work with kids around?
You wanna start?
Not difficult at all, actually. I mean, and the credit goes to our entire team because the production and the direction team was so ready and the set was so well managed for kids that it didn't create any chaos on the set when the kids were around. But having said that, getting that one reaction from that kid, which is actually written in the script, but you don't know how, and you can't really expect anything from a 1.5 year old or a 6 month old kid, right? So that was a difficult part, and a lot of times it was even magical, and it just felt very surreal that sometimes the kids did something so different and magical which was not even written in the script. So I think those moments were really special. But having said that, I think having kids around wasn't that troublesome. It was manageable. We had fun.
Yeah, I mean, I have been experienced with kids in Kulfi Kumar for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think I was good with 3 more months of having a child around me. And it just takes a lot of patience. And kids, I think, give you the most beautiful shots when they don't intend to. So, and also we had a lot of help. Our actors, our Barun in the actors. Me and Priya obviously don't have kids. मेरी तो शादी भी नहीं हुई है. But the writer, director, producer were, new parents and they just knew exactly what to do. And this set was just, with filled with a lot of positive, nice people who just knew that when kids are on set, we have to behave, we have to be quiet, we have to give them their time, we have to give them their space. We have to give Sumit his space to get what he wants out of the kids. And I think everything was just very nice and very smooth. I think बच्चे हमसे ज़्यादा परेशान हो रहे थे because they didn't know where they are, what they are doing. So, but the environment was so nice and positive that I think everything just went on very smooth. Touch wood.
Right. Now, I would like to know about you three. You like Anjali, Priya, and Barun. You guys are playing friends. How was it to get who broke the ice on the set? How was it to be there and get that chemistry as friends also correct? How was that?
I don't think nobody broke the ice. It just broke on its own.
I think the coolest thing that our actor, writer, producer, director, writer did was they did a vibe check with us. So they met us all separately and then they met us all together to do like a vibe check to see कि अरे कोई खड़ूस hoity-toity इंसान तो नहीं है जो आके हमारे सेट को बर्बाद कर देगा. कि ऐसे होते ना कि do they have a lot of tantrums? Are they difficult to be around? Are they difficult to work with? So I think they had like a vibe check with each of us individually और फिर तीनों को मिले भी एक साथ. हम तीनों को मिलाया. They saw how we are together and I think हमें पता भी नहीं चला हम सब कब इतने अच्छे दोस्त बन गए. It was just so natural and it's just everybody who's genuinely a nice person coming together and just making something beautiful.
Right. Priya, would you like to add something to this?
No, I mean, I completely agree with what she said.
Right. I would like to know that a lot of times nowadays, of course, we have seen that like with my friends, like I'm not a parent, but I have seen कि किस तरीके से जब बच्चे हो जाते हैं तो चीजें चेंज हो जाती है as we have seen in friends and family. आप लोग के साथ कभी कुछ हुआ है? जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई जस्ट से वन थिंग कि अगर मेरे फ्रेंड्स अभी उनके जब बच्चे आ गए तो वी लुक आउट फॉर अ प्लेस फॉर अ डाइनिंग ऑल्सो जहाँ पे किड्स फ्रेंडली होना चाहिए, वो क्लब टाइप माहौल नहीं होना चाहिए. तो ऐसे क्या आपकी लाइफ में कोई चेंजेस आए जब स्पेशली फ्रेंड्स के बच्चे आ जाते हैं?
It's actually going to happen now. My next trip is going to. It's not only with my friends, but it's with friends with their kids. It's the first time I'm going out with friends and their kids. I don't have kids, but the other two couple do have, and they're like, बच्चे इस बार घर नहीं छोड़े तो चलेगा क्या? I said, अच्छा चलो लेके आओ.
But it does get difficult, yeah. I mean, because sometimes after a while you're like, I miss my friend, not this one's mama or this one's papa. I miss having my friend around. So that's a very and बहुत कम लोग हैं. Then the show talks about it. तीनों की individuality when they are not parents. जब इंसान माँ और बाप बन जाते हैं, लोगों को लगता है कि उनकी individuality चली गई. And अभी वो है ही नहीं जो वो थे पहले. And that's completely wrong. They're allowed to be who they were before. And it should not be a sacrifice. It should just be life, that you should be allowed to be who you are at all times. You have a kid, you don't have a kid, whoever you are at whatever time, whatever phase of life. But sometimes I do feel like telling some of my friends that, do you see how much you are getting lost in these situations? And it's nothing wrong with it. Because they should know that, हम कभी अपने आप को वो गिल्ट में चले जाते हैं ना कि मैं माँ हूँ, मैं बाप हूँ, I have to tend to my child 24/7, I have to forget who I am. But that's what the show is talking about, that you don't have to forget who you are. You don't have to forget your friends. You can be who you are. You can be the same way you were with your friends. Just last night I told somebody, I just need to be on my bed and vegetate for one full day and not do anything, watch television with my dog on my bed and just nothing else. Just eat on my bed, do everything on my bed. And I spoke to a friend, he's married, and just last night he told me, मेरी life में तो वो एक दिन possible ही नहीं. But there is a way he can do that. He can check into a hotel and he can just have those 24 hours to himself and कोई नहीं पूछेगा उनसे. But we are so guilty कि we are just guilty of being happy for ourselves. हम दूसरों के लिए अपनी पूरी जिंदगी त्याग देते हैं. But I think it's time we live for ourselves.
Correct. But Priya, are you also tired of answering the question, when is the good news happening? Because of course the marriage has been long.
Asking me that. By asking this question, don't you think you're adding more irritation to it? I've learned my way to answer this now. I mean, earlier I used to get irritated more. Now I don't. I mean, as I said, that if I'm ready for those 20 years, if and when I'm ready for those 20 years, I will give birth to a child. If I'm not, I will not.
And we are Indians. हमारे बच्चे 18 साल की उम्र में बाहर नहीं निकल जाते. हमारे बच्चे 40-50 साल तक घर पे रहते हैं.
हमको उनकी शादी करवानी होती है, हमको उनके लिए बीवी बच्चे ढूंढने होते हैं, बीवी ढूंढनी होती है, हमें तो लड़का ढूंढना होता है. वो सब माँ बाप की जिम्मेदारी होती है ना. We don't let kids do their own thing.
Yeah.
Right. So, before I wrap up, Anjali, of course, we have seen you doing so many TV shows, and then you did Rocky or Rani. How did life change after that? Like, I think it's been a year, but still that song which you portrayed, Chhat Pe Soya Tha Behnoi, wo abhi bhi mere reels pe aate jata hai. And there's this meme which says, lead she could have said no. And then नीचे आपका वो गाना होता है कि इस तरीके से आपने लड़के को भगाया था. So how do you feel? How has life changed after Rocky Rani?
First of all, I am really happy that now Chhat Pe Soya Tha Behnoi, anybody who listens to that song thinks of me. Because I absolutely love that song. And जब करण सर ने बताया था कि ये last तक we were deciding कौन सा गाना होगा, and not many people on that set knew I am filmy, but they knew I'm filmy, but they didn't know how filmy I am. So when that song came up and Karan sir said this is the song she has to sing. So the ADs, सारे ADs हमारे Gen Zs है, they are like एकदम young, 20-25, and one two are also of my age, but most of them are very young. So they came up to me और उन्होंने तो कभी गाना सुना नहीं है. they came up to me and like, ma'am, should we send you the lyrics of the songs? You're ready for the shot tomorrow. I said, hold up, बच्चों रुको, वो गाना मैं पूरा सुनाती हूँ तुमको with every stanza of the song. And then when I went on set, it was supposed to start with छत पे सोया था बहनोई, and I told Karan sir, like, Karan sir, ईला अरुण जी की आवाज अगर मैंने उनका पार्ट नहीं गाया तो बहुत ही गलत हो जाएगा. So he's like, what do you want to sing? I said, I want to go lamba lamba gungat. He's like, okay, do whatever you want. So he was very sweet and very accommodating, and he understood how filmy I am and what it means to me. So I'm very happy that जब भी ये गाने का जिक्र होगा लोग मेरे बारे में सोचेंगे. I'm just happy about that. And second, I think life definitely has changed. It's been a huge jump from television to movies, and people really talk about this a lot कि television से movie पे नहीं ये वो. I think सबकी अपनी अपनी destiny है यार. I think many people are very comfortable doing television. Television gives you a monthly check which an actor doesn't get. Television gives you shitloads of money which actors don't get, on a monthly basis. It gives you security. It gives you a lot of things. मेरे दिमाग में भी था कि मैं television 5 साल करूंगी. I will make a bank and I will give myself the next 5 years to come and do nothing and try for other things. But really, luckily, I got Rocky Rani, but it doesn't happen like that for everybody. So I think it's everybody's choice. If you want to move on to movies and you have the patience to wait for the right part, then you do it. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's telling you कि तुम television पे थे तो हम आपको काम नहीं देंगे. The only way you cannot be a part of a film or an OTT project is अगर आप television कर रहे हो actively, because you are booked for 30 days. You are booked for 25-30 days and no producer is going to have that liability on their head कि मेरा artist पूरे महीने में 25 दिन booked है, मेरे पास 5 दिन है और मुझे पता भी नहीं वो 5 दिन कौन से हैं. So nobody's going to work with a person like that, right? And in this situation. So I think it's your choice that you make. And if now I know that I'm patient enough and I'm hungry enough and I've got that, लहू मुंह लग गया है अब अलग अलग characters करने का, तो अब बहुत मजा आ रहा है. तो I don't want to lock myself up in a situation. I would love to do a finite series. Why not? But infinite, I don't think I could go near that anymore. But now I don't have to introduce myself to people. Now everybody knows me. So that's a very good thing.
Right. So guys, it was lovely chatting with you all. All the best for Raat Jawaan, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Murtaza.
Murtaza. Thank you.
Thank you, Murtaza.